Hello, everyone. I'm WDSU sports anchor Fletcher Mackel, and there are so many positives to take away from the New Orleans Saints dismantling of the Green Bay Packers in the season opener last weekend. Not only was it a true confidence builder for new starting quarterback Jameis Winston, who threw 5 touchdown passes, but the Saints defense did a tremendous job keeping reigning NFL MVP Aaron Rodgers in check. There is also another added benefit. Here's the head coach of this week's opponent, Carolina Panthers head coach Matt Rhule.
It's always an advantage to have play people later just because you have more tape on them. I mean, obviously the Saints rolled last week. You saw them for, really, I think they played 19 snaps of defense, 18 snaps of defense in the first half. They held, Green Bay to 18 plays on offense. So there's not, and then they got ahead. So it's really hard to try to piece together, hey, exactly who are they now? Obviously they have a new quarterback. Who are they offensively now? So love to have a couple more games on them. But we're so focused on ourselves right now because obviously we have things we need to correct, so we're just trying to get better ourselves. So I'd love to have more tape on maybe probably people usually, but we'll go back off of what they did last year, what they did against us last year, and then obviously what they did off the first game.
Even though this week's game is in Charlotte, North Carolina, the New Orleans Saints are a road favorite. Currently, the Las Vegas odds makers have the black and gold favorite over the Panthers by 3 points. But head coach Sean Payton's team will be tested, especially on defense. When healthy, running back Christian McCaffrey, one of the most versatile players in the league, and he's healthy. Also, the Panthers have a new quarterback, Sam Darnold, and he's got a ton of ability. Add in former Saints and LSU star assistant coach Joe Brady. And the Saints defense is going to have to figure things out with an electric Carolina offense. But really, in recent years, no NFL offense has given the Saints defense fits. The black and gold defense has truly become the biggest strength on this team.
In years past in Sean Payton, it seemed like every year it was offense, offense, offense. Try to find a new toy or a new weapon or somebody that can make more plays. And I think Sean finally realized, we need to have both. We can't just have one side of the ball. We've got to spend money on defensive players where we hadn't before. We've got to spend higher draft picks on defensive players where we might not have done it as much before. And you're starting to see the fruits of that because we've got really good players over there finally. And those guys are such a good unit, a complementary unit. It's really exciting for me as a former player to watch the games and not cringe when the defense is on the field or not get worried when the defense is on the field because there are so many guys over there that are really good and great players, and those guys are stepping up and making plays.
One more Saints item before we go. Still no official word on when the black and gold will return to the greater New Orleans area to practice at their campus in Metairie and play games in the Caesars Superdome. New Orleans Mayor LaToya Cantrell says she expects the team will be back in the Caesars Superdome for their Week 4 matchup against the New York Giants. The Saints could return and start practicing as soon as next week, but more than likely they will remain in Fort Worth, Texas, where they have now been going on 20 days since they evacuated the area because of Hurricane Ida. They will probably, more than likely, return following their Week 3 matchup against the New England Patriots. And that's a look at sports. Reporting from my home, I'm Fletcher Mackel, WDSU News.